Your Health, a free conference bringing Alzheimer's awareness to Portland this month.
The Alzheimer Foundation of America hosting the Alzheimer's and Caregiving Educational Conference, giving you a chance to learn from the experts. So joining us live this morning with what the conference offers and how you can protect your brain is Dr. Vicki Schmal with Aging Concerns. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. This is so important to talk about, to have the continued conversation. So tell us a little bit about your background working with patients with Alzheimer's.
Well, a lot of my work has been through Oregon State University and Aging Concerns, working out in the community with people, with family members in particular, that are dealing with someone who has Alzheimer's disease. And of all caregiving situations, dealing with someone who has Alzheimer's or related dementia can be one of the most challenging caregiving situations.
Yeah, and one that more and more Americans are finding themselves in as we have a larger aging population. And that's one of the main focuses for this conference coming up, right, is not only looking at the new research in this area, but also what caregivers need to know in this support role.
Yes. The conference, one of the wonderful things about this conference is that it is a free conference for family caregivers and others that are interested in getting updated research, but also very practical skills for working with someone who has Alzheimer's disease.
So something about dementia, Alzheimer's is the person, afflicted, they can't always properly ask for what they really need. How does having this sort of illness change a person's ability to express themselves?
Well, with most dementias, you see a decline in the ability of the person to be able to communicate, and so it's the family caregiver or friend who's communicating with the person is the individual who really needs to change in how they communicate. And near the end of a dementia, person's communication may not be at all by voice. It'll be more by behavior or sounds. And so people really need to understand how they need to change as Alzheimer's disease or related dementia changes.
And when we look at the effect that this has on a family, on caregivers, we are also learning that early intervention and early action in this disease can have a significant impact on the progression of the disease. What would you want someone to know if they're currently in this situation or looking at the future and thinking, this may be us in a few years? How important is that caregiving role in treatment for Alzheimer's and dementia?
Okay. Caregiving is very important, but in being a caregiver, one of the most important things is to really fully understand the disease process that your family member has and the changes that you can expect as a disease progresses. And what you need to do, because the caregiver or the friend is the one who needs to change how they relate to the person, because the person with the medical condition is not able to make changes because of the disease process.
In a family caregiver, they do it lovingly, they do it willingly, not to say that it is not very hard on a family caregiver. So what are the effects, and what do you recommend is the best way to take care of yourself or to seek support while also being that family caregiver?
Probably one of the most important things is being willing to reach out and ask for help and support. And then there's like the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, the Alzheimer's Association locally, that can be a big help, regardless if your family member is dealing with Alzheimer's disease or another related dementia.
And we're digging into a lot of those resources and strategies in this conference coming up a little later this month. Who is this conference for? Is it for someone who may not be directly in a caregiving role in addition to those who are?
Yes. I mean, the reach out is really to family caregivers to help them now and also into the future. But anyone who is interested in terms of Alzheimer's disease will find the conference helpful. And people are really encouraged to register early for the March 18th program.
All right, well.
We're going to have those details
Yeah.
on coin.com as well, so folks can get signed up today. Dr. Vicki Schmal, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Of course, and you can learn more about the upcoming conference, March 18th.